Okay, I was over at a friend's house the other day, and she and I were talking about the new Memories and More corresponding note cards and envelopes. So let me start off by take these off of here. So during these celebrations, they had a celebration pack of Memories and More cardstock. Now, Memories and More comes with two different sizes of papers, and they're designed for scrapbooking, but I like to use them for card making. So here are some examples of some of the cards. Each card is front and back. So we have a front and we have a back. And what I did was I went through the entire pack of cards, and likewise here are some of the larger ones. And I just went through the entire pack of cards, and I just pulled out things that I liked for a card. And they have a front and a back, just like the smaller ones do. And I actually ended up making a lot of card fronts, so I just decided to make as many card fronts as I possibly could before I mounted them to the cards and the envelopes. So here are some of the card fronts that I made that I still have not mounted yet, and you'll notice in most of them I've used a number of papers. So with this one I have one of the larger Memories and More and two of the smaller with a piece of ribbon. This one I haven't done anything to it yet. It's just a Memories and More piece of paper. I haven't quite decided. I think I like this side. So this one I haven't done anything with yet, but I'm thinking about it. This one, I took some scraps of the Memories and More paper after I'd cut them down from other pieces, and I've come up with this. And I haven't put a sentiment yet, but I'm going to put a sentiment there. And here's another one. This one, no stamping necessary. It already says hello. I did find that with the Memories and More cardstock, I could add a solid, very slight solid border to it. So that's what I did here, and I added a ribbon. So these are all fronts. I haven't mounted these yet. This one, I haven't decided yet what I want to do with it, so it's not finished. I'm sure some of you do that as well with your projects. And then here's this one. I love this one. I love the diagonal stripe with the print, and then it says, well, hello there, and then just added a ribbon. So those are the ones that I haven't finished yet, so they're just sitting to the side. I want to show you what I did with the finished ones. So I designed this folio. I found this idea online, and this is the Sweet Soiree 12 by 12 paper, and I took 4 sheets, and I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'll pull all the cards out so you can see how I made the cards. So here's the folio. You score in the middle at 6 inches, and then you rotate and score at 3 inches. And this is glued. Same thing, and then all the pages are glued back to back. Okay, that's what the folio looks like. And then I added a piece of paper here with some ribbon under it to make a tie for the folio. Okay, now I'll show you. So here's an example of one of the Memories and More small cards. There come 10 in a pack, and I just added the solid blue with the ribbon. Now I want to show you how this compares to the note cards. So here are the note cards, and if you'll notice, note cards are slightly height, a little bit taller, a little bit wider. So the Memories and More paper, when you adhere it on there, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, you do have a little bit more of an edge at the top and the bottom. So the Memories and More cardstock is designed to fit the Memories and More paper, so you don't have that extra at the top and the bottom, which makes it look slightly off. Okay, so there's that. And then here is a Memories and More card, the larger card. They also come 10 in a pack, and I just stamped thank you on it. Added some ribbon. Love ribbon. And there are a variety of those throughout the folio. Now you could put other things in here, but I just added stationery. So, and some of them have ribbon, some of them don't. This one is not stamped, and it does have some ribbon. And this one is stamped. And this one is stamped. So the Memories and More make it really easy. You don't have to stamp, or you can stamp. It's up to you, but it makes a quick, nice card that's really pretty. And so this one I love. It says, I love you. I added a blue border, some ribbon. Really easy, really sweet though. I like this one. Just added congratulations and added a green border around it. So that's the folio. So in the folio there are 5 small and 5 large Memory and More cards. And I still had a lot of paper left, so I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do with all the leftover paper. So I just kept making more cards. And I'll show you some projects that I made. So I made 3 boxes. And these are the plastic Stampin' Up! Boxes. This one it has the Sweet Soiree paper, but then on top of it, this paper is from the Memories and More pack. This is the large paper. This is the small paper with the blue border, and it does have some Wink of Stella on it. I'm not sure if that shows up in the video. And then in here, I have, on this side, I have 5 more note cards. And these are the Memories and More. So I've got 5 in the folio and 5 in here. And they have a variety of sayings. Happy birthday, fabulous friend. That one already had a saying on it, so I didn't have to do anything to it. And I just made a little pocket for each side. And here's the smaller set. Just a little stamping on some of these. That one just added a border. Some punches and stamps. Really fun, really easy. Okay, this, I had a little pen, and this is just a little sticky note pad. I had some space at the top, so I wanted to fill that space up, and I just covered it. And it has magnets holding it, and I'll show you the magnets in the next one a little bit more up close. Okay, here's the second one that I made. This one has, these are the note cards. So now this is where you will see, you'll notice on here, where you have the top and the bottom, and I tried to hide it by making my bordering paper slightly out of alignment, slightly taller than it would be on the Memories and More smaller cards. So I think that looks pretty good. This one I kind of did it off kilter, added some stamping to it. Okay, envelopes and a pen. Made a little pocket to hold all of that. This is what I was talking to you about a minute ago. So this is a notepad. I got this really inexpensive. Now, I have to say, I would do it a little differently the next time, and I'll tell you what I would do differently. The notepad is a little thick, so I would actually tear it in half and use half of the notepad. But I made a pretty cover for it, which coordinates, but then when you pick it up, there's the magnet. And then there's a magnet up under this sheet as well. So I just thought that was really pretty, but notice how thick it is. So I would actually tear that in half and just use half of the notepad, and I could get 2 notepads out of the one and make it for 2 different gift boxes. And then after I made those 2, I had a lot of paper left over. So I made a bunch of cards from the Sweet Soiree paper pack. Just use ribbon and punches. And use some rhinestones. And for this, so there's 11 here. So I actually ended up with 22 cards. So I'm not sure how I'm going to, what kind of box or case I'm going to put these in. But I did have another box left, so I actually just put these in another box and show you the different ones. Very simple, very easy. But the Stampin' Up! Paper is so elegant and lovely. Just added some ribbon and some rhinestones. Okay, and then over here I made a pocket to hold the envelopes once again. Now this is what they call a medium card. So this is just your standard card that you get from cutting a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper in half and getting 2 cards out of it. So that's the measurement of this, and these are the coordinating envelopes. And I made a pocket, and there's a pen once again. And I think it works pretty well. It's a little fat, but if they sent off 1 or 2 cards, it would be fine. And then they have a case that they can reuse.